Peace, what is it? Some define it as the absence of violence, but while others simply propose it's the freedom from disturbances, many believe it is, in fact, the absence of war. But can this be true? Perhaps idealistically. We run, always running for the sake of safety and self-preservation. No one can predict when a war is to break out. This, to my understanding, is the fact that war is as old as the world we live in. But the question is, what is that thing that takes peace away from humanity? You see, some pundits have theorized that the fundamental cause of war is beyond merely disagreement in opinions. Greed and selfishness, they say, are central to the nauseating issues that humanity is currently facing. Like one reggae musician rightly puts it, leaders start war any time they want. Sometimes they are right, other times they are wrong. End of quote. Like a married couple who decides to cut ties with each other. They do so selfishly without thinking what such a mess would mean to their children. This is exactly what these leaders do for the most part. Children and mothers are mostly affected when violence breaks out. Society is dismantled in minutes. Do you think these leaders care? I'm not sure, because they have their own hidden agenda in all of this. But we are nearly often convinced they are in the right side of things. And speaking of hidden agendas, I want to take a shot briefly at the mainstream media, whose reporting is increasingly becoming subjective and inhumane in most cases.
Whose force is superior? What kind of firepower do they have? And who has a better shot at winning?
For when the media, either for viewership's sake on social media or loss of moral sense, deliberately talks about winning or who has an upper hand in a vile situation as war, instead of the dire consequences of such violence, then the validity of their reporting is in fact questionable. Sadly, there has been a tremendous increase in this sort of abject poverty of conscience, even among individuals who profess to be social media influencers. It has become a case of how many views are gained on social media rather than the actual human condition. These are the same people who earnestly see and publicize countless societal problems without preferring a single solution to help counter or eradicate the difficult situation. And I tell you what, the Earth on its own has no issues. Humans are the main problem of society. Now, to the sole goal of this project, peace. Can the world ever attain a state of peace? Or is it that its pursuit is an unworthy effort, a utopia, so to speak? How and where do we begin to map out strategies that would ultimately ensure a lasting peace on Earth? A world where peaceful school children are not mauled down by certain individuals who are arguably fed up with life. A world where women are not brutalized by their spouses. Where girls and boys are not trafficked into slave workforce and sex labor by the rich and powerful in society. A world where unborn, helpless children are not systematically exterminated in the womb and at times after birth. Of course, I am speaking of a world where innocent children are not taught to hate on the basis of race, where orphan children and the elderly are not taken advantage of by their caregivers, a world where a peaceful coexistence of countries and individuals reigns supreme. Perhaps I am dueling in a utopic state of mind, but suffice to say that nothing tangible can be achieved in a state of quagmire. A certain man once said that the only way to accomplish peace on Earth is to not poison the minds of children. Only this way can world peace be reached. Although I almost believed this man in its entirety, but then I opined that these children not only learn by what they are taught literally, they are also formed by what they see, and most parents are virtually ill-natured. Therefore, by the look of things, peace is arguably an individual affair, grown and nurtured like a portable vegetable garden. Prove me wrong, but the human nature is nearly often imbued with unthinkable maliciousness. We spend more time plotting evil rather than good. Perhaps you have a solution to the vile world we have now. I would be pleased to see your comment. Thanks for watching.